It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Rebooting. When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
I can't go any lower.
Gosh, all I can think about is stealing.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom. When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Moin Sophie.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home.
Auch
This
sowas
blade.
dann.
It is the luck.
Let the magic begin! Let the magic begin!
Auf. Oh, nein.
Let the magic begin!
Okay.
Link I have to the land of my birth.
Good old caravan rebot. Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here? Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her. So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still
Hey,
love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two. So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party or anything. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer—
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Wow.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Yeah.
into the wind. One with nature.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines! Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do! What do you think? Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah! The more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique... To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the...
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi! We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclet.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon was supposed to ask you a question. Do you know what we should do if we want to win a Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the opera house. Lady Arena,
I think that maybe they wish. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the opera house?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with a nation's affairs.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Arc, but who knows how long making an appointment will take. Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Oh. Oh.
The scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? Ah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No, people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not...
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro-Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please follow me. You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Right.
So, she's the Hydro-Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro-Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Ahem. Miss Hydro-Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and you may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Unfortunately, people nowadays only
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. You're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind.
Whoa, all right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
Right.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the Opera House. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it? According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law.
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's Our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally, someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object.
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of... So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh, I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. We never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had.
I just know it will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where.
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. Oh, you really mean it? Then I'll take you up. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that. You asked me before. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely submerged.
Many people carry on with their... We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. As a magical item, these magic pockets...
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like,
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the ground. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets...
So you're the blonde traveler that... Oh, magic pocket? Seems you really thought of... Thanks. Oh, please, I'll...
What's this? Ah, so you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the...
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in... The story says that people once lived in the ocean. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land. And so, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going...
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being...
Into the wind.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Ja.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the material...
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect romaritime flowers.
I'll take care of it.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also been. Maybe next time you'll feel like help.
No way.
Fine. The.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the...
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention and watch her movements carefully.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run. All right, let's go.
Go, Barbara, go!
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might also be trying to lure us. Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it.
You're right, you're right. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had, but at least we were able to get the stolen items.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister. I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister. More speed.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water!
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a...
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an old...
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Oh, excuse me! Aren't you the great magician Linny? And his assistant Lynette?
Hello? I don't believe...
I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you. Wait, could that be the legendary traveler who's been making headline after headline in their journey across Tibet?
Amazing! You recognize everybody almost immediately!
I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who's who, would I? Wow, today must be my day! Who knew I would end up on the same boat as so many VIPs? Could my vision finally...
So, Charlotte, what do you usually report on?
Well, when there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. That's fine and all, but what I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, You mean the serial disappearances of young women? That's right! These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's if I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked. Oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of
So, what is the serial disappearances of young...
That's right! The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years, and ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have, but the scariest part is that to this day, many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible, but either way, I believe...
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
My perception has been heightened.
Does this big machine want to cover too?
The wind knows me.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home.
Oh, they all just...
I see. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the trap.
Linny, could you come here for...
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me? Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just... Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I
Yes.
That's our Fremine.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it...
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on day...
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It said that a dragon of water once, when I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and... Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these I'm afraid that Fremine can be...
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Oh, no need, no need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
Time to go.
Hello?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh, no, we're just here to deliver some...
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets! I could tell right away. No need. They've already prepaid, but they insisted on paying the full...
Whoa. So...
I can't say for
Hey!
Why use your hands?
But where does a big machine...
Well, but basically...
Huh?
Well, I'm not complete when a trial is in session.
So that's what its other... But... Paimon still doesn't get it. Oh, yeah! So that...
Even though I've never heard it, besides Indemnitium, it isn't produced by the...
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away.
You again?
Yeah, but how...
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've...
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first? If Confreri of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But
you're from North...
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too! What are you doing here in Fontaine?
But it seems that fate brought our paths either way you look at it.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd...
Hey, you! Northland Bank boy!
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me, boy. If you want your Mora, fine. Why don't you come?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said...
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
I'm sure this won't take long.
You can run, but you can't hide. Da. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Ja. 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 Da. Bring it on. Ja. Ja. Da. Da. Ha. Riptide. Yeah.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland?
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't... Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I...
Strange.
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
So what are you doing in fun?
Well...
Huh?
But recently... That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever met... It was during that... She was always quiet and one time, because I had awakened...
But what is it?
She never explained that. In my dream, I was in the...
A whale? Oh, that's so...
It takes that shape...
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of you... So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she...
You make it sound so easy. But it's been years now, and I've still...
Oh, it sounds like...
Yeah, I'm at... Oh, seems that...
What?
No, it's more of a
Official champion...
Yep. In Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, the champion duelists are all so engaging in such a duel, and the worst, though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. So really, the only...
So, do many people...
Apparently, it's exceeding... Besides, apparently the one I'm meeting...
Well, that's child for ya.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously...
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll be better off. Besides,
Paimon knows what you're up... That sneaky guy. He said he's... Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer. Sorry. Paimon was the whodunits here in Fontaine. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mist... Oh, sorry, Lenny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aquabus!
More speed. Time to scout.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Arenias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing. We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you. Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's...
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine.
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine convert...
Lynette!
Lenny...
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right...
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you?
I see. I might be able to tell you some... In fact, You might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a...
It's because of her sensitivity to the...
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and...
Then you should understand that tears contain your most... Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion come...
So, what did the voice say? Huh.
Rather than worrying about... Don't let that calm look of his...
Oh, right.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still have... The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already...
Ooh, front row seat!
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's...
Yeah, we'll just go to our...
More speed.
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down. Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Ah, you little... Of course...
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard... wait, that's not it. Paimon's... Sorry. Paimon... Oh, Paimon's got it. You're...
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my
Oh, so you're nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat, and as required by proper etiquette...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see...
Ah, Mr. Linney.
Wait, Nervillet?
Hmm? I saw you all chatting just... Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice.
Ooh, sorry.
No offense taken. And by the way, there's someone sitting up. I believe she is trying to... So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydra...
Very good. That is for the best. No need...
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just...
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Ooh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epicles. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no. I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough, but Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't... Now then, let's begin. Let me see... Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter if the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might...
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Like this. 60, 59... 58. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch-black box, so I'll be relying on... Oh, and note...
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60! That's right, perfect!
54, 53, why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here. Merely a consequence.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling a...
40! 30! Mr. Linney,
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example...
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25! 24! 23! What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show...
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect.
19!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be 10 seconds and change is still plenty.
10!
Almost there now.
8!
Swapping 2 people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again. Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5, 4, 3,
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0.
Ta-da!
What happened? Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on... As of now, we are still not... And after an initial search of the area, it appears that this incident was not... And there are many...
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned.
I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances.
Huh? Why me? This...
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? Now that I think of
That can't be. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may...
But with Lady Farina's.
A kidnapping and.
That's right. I mean you, traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? But with Lenny, so no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and...
It wasn't a
I understand. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina, are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's attorney? Very well. The trial will be held at day... Linny and his troupe are... The audience may begin to leave...
A day isn't that long.
Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just good to hear. I'm sure everyone sees. I don't know whether what happened there. As for how that girl chose even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading it. Don't worry. Paimon...
I think they look cute.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards, good thing you agreed to be.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just leave it to... Oh, since we're going to start
Oh, well.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case! Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Ah, I see.
Huh?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box. This is the real mystery. However, if you look carefully, the box was all these factors lining up so perfectly makes it, if anything, the more.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well.
So in justice, I know there's no such. I've seen a lot of cases. Sorry. Anyway, you may invest.
The investigation team has some.
See?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Linny used the machine. Well,
it turns out, I'm sure you already. In other words,
that much check.
let you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
So this is the rope that broke. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler? Whoa. Look, most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of... Wait! Hello there!
Oh, the seats were all booked in advance. So we were sure. It's not. Her name is Halsey. Apparently, she's the magic troupe member. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all. Which matches the. That's how it seems to us.
Okay then.
No need to be so. It is of utmost importance.
I see that you're investigating. If you find any new...
We don't have too many... The FUD?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with bated breath. I'm of the opinion that when the pyrotech...
Wait, what?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right. Oh, that's true.
That does remind...
Hey, you! Yes, both of you.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're all...
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
From Mediating Dispute, and I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules...
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melu.
Huh?
My apologies, demoiselle. Should...
No need.
Okay.
All merely trifling details. That's right. I've judging from the look of...
Really? Wait, but...
Intuition, naturally. My Farina sure was quick on it, so that's... Anyway.
Sounds more...
Well, what's your opinion? All right.
Wait a minute. Did that...
Well, in your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial?
Well...
And why would that be?
Most astute, no matter how, what, and if that can be done.
All right, now, I need to make...
Wait! Since when did we... That's more like it.
Far be it from me. You wish to save a...
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got...
I have nothing to...
Oh.
We'll be making some prep...
Sorry, but no one...
Were you always...
Yes! So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. I doubt there was much...
How can you be...
Well, I couldn't see Lynn, but still, we Melis...
So, it's safe to say that... Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be...
Very good.
You may spare the
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? And these are my companions. Would you mind if...
Oh, new...
Well, let's just...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of... But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic, remembering the details of it. Ah, good eye. That said...
The back?
Very good indeed. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together...
Oh, so there was a passageway on...
I knew you'd figure out the 2 magic... See this, the box with the...
This trolley can...
I see.
Precisely.
So that's how you
Once the box was, the audience member would only be able to feel.
Right.
Ah, yes. My assistant and I.
And what about I was in the mezzanine.
Oh.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's.
I mean, we are, and that's my.
So that's how it all worked. Wow.
Lynette would briefly, and then I. But as you saw, Cal was in the box. Not.
We really don't know.
If not for that and yet, could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different.
Whatever it.
Oh, these are her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to.
Right. Ugh. What is this place?
It seems someone could.
Alone, perhaps.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why?
Oh, Paimon knows. And here's a broken vase. Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up. Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out.
Apologies for the wait, Demus.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal?
They believe the guards have.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber.
In other words, the
Charges?
That's right. This is how a trial goes. That's right. The statements from both. To put it simply,
This also precludes any kind of favor.
once both sides have then final.
Huh?
In practice, yeah. Because we've chosen.
They're concerned. Even if that were
I'm ready to break it.
Whoa, whoa!
Of course. I just hope you don't.
in that case, Let's just sort out our findings. I mean, what better way?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly just kidding! Just kidding! What?
Hmm? What do you mean?
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with...
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds.
Good work. These three are quite the interesting group. And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. From the way you had these two guys carrying off, but you ended up doing the...
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smile.
Paimon was...
Oh, don't underestimate. Anyway, give
only...
well, eating...
Tea is ready to be served as well. No need for concern.
All right, then. However, the magician twins could...
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing?
The flower vase and the resulting in the shatter, perhaps the...
Paimon thinks that makes sense.
True, but...
Huh. Could Halsey have secret...
That's right. And even if she had to, nor does she have an...
From the sound of things, your macarons are... What?
Please don't worry about it. At my...
No, besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then... Wait! Even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons...
Oh, Malus?
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course?
Exactly!
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar...
Well...
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what... It would be awkward.
All right, thanks for your...
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything.
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's...
More speed.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing. Good plan.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette. Besides,
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were—
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? That was to be expected, of course. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you—
Since both parties are present, firstly, in order for the—
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. You ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the—
Yes, that's correct.
In that case,
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could—
That is simply your hypothesis.
Oh, is that—
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course.
And you didn't hear—
No, nothing.
I see.
Huh?
Hey,
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the...
look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my Tell me, aren't you and—
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the...
I've got a feeling that what happened...
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything. Your first priority is to prove— The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting. Oh, good thing I made all those preparations.
Hey, Linny, what?
Order! Order! First, when the are these claims true? Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant deceived their own—
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will—
So you— In that case, my—
Moin Moin Nuri.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry.
Auf Anime angelehnt.
Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon just knew it had
Seid ihr auch alle schick, ja?
We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad, not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad!
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry. I know you've clashed with the Vatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very,
Ich mache jetzt
very
nur
large,
einen
and the
Archo-Auftrag.
Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As
Und
many
den lade
as
ich
we
dann
can.
auch auf hoch.
That's right.
Boah.
I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this
Das
nation and the
selbst auch
disaster
super.
that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respect, that's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you. But the truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending— Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even— You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, but still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no—
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but... Right, let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting...
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel,
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice, which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground. But the countdown... After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't...
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously... Huh? Oh, Paimon think...
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her...
That took long enough. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective. As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he did not realize that the sound could be heard. Finally, he used the At this time, Cowell arrived. So Linney proceeded to knock him out too before... Afterward, Linney... And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any objection?
Key to refuting Lady Farina. According to Linney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey. Seems this won't... Linney went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual...
Lenny did not take part.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has... When the countdown started, but he immediately used a vent to access... Once he reached that area, the crime scene! Finally, he reached... Paimon did it! Paimon...
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing.
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell, assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to...
Oh.
That's right. Well, you're denied. You're saying that he wasn't.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? That's right! Lenny wasn't... This means that what the saying
Well played. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience. The deceased's name is Cowell.
That can't be right.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator... The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. Halsey's clothing... The sound we heard may have come... It would have been tough for both... Lenny was not in the top... It would have been tough for both... Halsey's clothing was... The deceased's name is Cowell. The sound we heard may have come from a clap. No one entered or left. No one entered or left. No one entered or left the op. The sound we heard may have... No one entered or left. The deceased's name is The sound we heard may have come... Halsey's clothing was in... No one entered or left.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick is it.
If only we knew.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel... And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make...
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from... The deceased's name is Cal... The vase was not...
Paimon gets it! It all comes together! Lynette escaped from... If there's...
How could a person ever be magic tricks are...
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional guards, please step into the...
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are...
the primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had... The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which one of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese. Along with the notes also state that these dissolution properties work. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact,
You've gotta be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tanks really
One
use
man,
this as
Benny.
a means to hide water stains? Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two.
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic. Guards, please continue examining the items along Mr. Linney. It appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected to...
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from...
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped. Now it seems like the hook rope was... The rope that strung the water tank up. The deceased's name is Cowell. Lynette was in the magic box on... I remember there was some... The water from the primordial... The rope that strung the water... The water from the primordial... I remember there was something else... The deceased's name is Cowell.
Ahem. It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowl would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact... His notes mentioned he had an accomplice...
On that note, the guards have just... I shall now invite him on stage to show...
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be. Does this not clear all, my dear citizens? Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications, but upon his... Ultimately, he... Now, as much as I... Am I right, Mr. Lin?
We've used up all the evidence. Is this the end of the road?
Oh no! Seems using the...
I think we've all... I believe this is indeed the... Now then, my good, noble chief...
Excuse me, everyone!
Miss, I must ask you not...
Oh, come on! Don't be hasty! I'll show you an amazing... What in...
No offense, miss.
Come on now, don't be... But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them one... And wouldn't such a trick... Come on, Linny and but as the magic makers and stars of the show...
I understand.
And voila!
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole...
To be clear, I'm only here but I was hiding outside this room. Was just feeling happy that... Where should I begin? Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian. I heard that Linny's show. That's how I make a living. I steal, but I was noticed...
Hey! No wonder you look familiar. Liddy even mentioned that...
Well, and I thought he even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison. So I played along with it. I wasn't going to take that long. There was nowhere to run from it. I slipped out after...
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I did. Had I known that...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire... See? The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian. The flower vase was not broken. Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so...
And it's Ace Detect! Having been selected out of the blue, her panic only intense. Hearing the commotion, he did not know that Lillian, mistakenly believing that the two broke the flower with no way of escaping. She knew that
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting.
at this point, all the
Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statement? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet...
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further argument.
Wow! Look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat, the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, with some modifications to the to cover up any evidence while he also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to... He poured the water from the... Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel. If all had gone to plan, realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked on Lillian according to her own... As for Linny, from this While there is much in Linny and Lily, this case at least can be... As such, Linny and Lynette are official...
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in I'm sure you know what...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a...
I was just following. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to...
And now that your plan... Therefore, you would be...
Yes, our boss. It can also be... We've been in this...
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for I guess. I didn't approach you with any ulterior... As for why, that was how Father, who you might know as the
knave?
That's right. Back when our parents to survive, I took my sister, to my surprise, before long.
So you went from...
That was how we felt, but he would constantly...
That doesn't seem true.
After one I waited along. The answer he gave...
Oh no.
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is I managed to ferret all I saw.
So...
That's right. Father, the House of the Hearth, I was hesitant, but she was also...
Oh, so that's how the two of...
She has gained permit...
So...
That's right. Today's case has all of us house members to us orphans.
So, from small deeds like
It's all right. I just hope you can if you should need anything at all in the future, feel...
Bye, Linny!
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're... Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, and...
Ah, I see. Sorry.
Don't say that now.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new... Wait.
Huh?
Well, anyway, it would just be a meal, so it...
You don't have to...
Oh, wonderful.
All right, then.
I condemn you! More speed.
That's all well and good, but I just want our child to go out safe and sound.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously. You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words. More speed.
Just what will we come across this time?
Share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous.
Water jet!
Welcome to Ballet, Memon.
Don't fear, Yo-Yo's here. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on.
Jawohl. Jawohl.
Let's get a move on. Ooh, what's happening over...
Information. So, meine Lieben, das ist auch das erste erstmal gewesen sein. Wunderschönen Tag. Morgen geht's weiter.